I love Benchies. Oh, look how well this is tuned in. Look at my gear, look at it. Hey guys, Wayne Stevenson here, and this is another public service announcement for you. And it doesn't just pertain to 3D printing, it pertains to every aspect of your life. Get to know your equipment. You guys are probably wondering why I'm so enamored by the 3D Benchy. It's because we're benchmarking our equipment here. It's getting to know our equipment, getting to know what it does. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? It's trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But do you know what chaos is? It's trying the same thing over and over again and getting different results. And if you know your equipment, you'll know that you're looking in the wrong spot. And it could just be right in front of your eyes. Look at this. As you can see there, that's how I spent my morning, or the better part of it. And a portion of the last couple of days trying to tune a Benchy issue that I'm having with my old Prusa 3 clone. Now, the symptoms I was getting told me that it was either temperature related, extrusion related, or a combination of both. Everything I seemed to do though, and calibrate, everything was coming up good. Though some issues here were telling me I've got an issue with filament, and this red filament here I have had problems with in the past. So I was banging my head against the wall. I couldn't figure out what was going on. So hours and hours and hours of running the same test and getting different results, I'm scratching my head. And as I was watching my latest calibration, something clicked. Well, actually I caught it with my eye. It seemed like my extrusion stuttered just a little bit. So that's when, after all this time, I'm like, I know what it is. Which leads to me to knowing your equipment. That's why we do Benchies, guys. That's why we do the Benchies. It's not that I just love these stupid little boats. They're not stupid. These are calibration benchmarks. We can tell from this, you know, our benchmark. We set the benchmark, and then we can tell if we're getting better or worse, if we're tuning in the right direction, if we're solving the right problems. And like I said, I'm going to go into detail on the 3D Benchy in a different video. But this also is how we can catch these problems ourselves without saying this is a piece of trash and throwing it in the garbage. I mean, I changed my nozzle, guys. I did have problems with my pneumatic fitting there about a week or two ago. And I thought, well, maybe there is a little chunk of that metal that I couldn't get out. Because there's some came out. I thought maybe one got further down in that nozzle. So I'm like, whatever, we'll just get rid of the nozzle, replace it. It's the easiest thing we can do, or one of the easiest things we can do, and they're cheap, so let's get rid of it. Didn't solve the problem. Everything's calibrated. So I'm still running more tests, getting random results on my calibration. I'm running in a circle here and it's not making any sense. So I try slowing the feed rate down, increasing it. Something is not adding up. And I get to the point where I seen on another calibration attempt a little bit of hesitation as it's extruding the filament. Not much. It's still measured 100, but I seen it visually. It was a little stutter. So I knew where I had to start looking, and that is the extruder gear. And sure enough, the little set screw had loosened off. Thread locker, guys, blue thread locker. Put it on everything. I use it on my drones because the vibrations of my drones always cause the motor screws or other screws, body screws, to loosen off. I don't piss around anymore. I use thread locker. And putting thread locker on this set screw here, when I was putting it in, when I changed that extruder there about a month ago, maybe not that long ago, I knew better. I knew I had to, but I didn't. I put it in there, tightened down, I'm like, I should put some thread locker on there. I didn't. So I just wasted, I've been at this probably since 4 hours. 4 hours just today, this morning. We're not talking about probably 10 hours worth of Benchies and calibration cubes and attempts. And well, let me show you here. Look at the work I've been, you know, I've been going insane. Anyhow, blue thread locker, guys, and know your equipment. If you don't know your equipment, if you're not printing Benchies regularly, if you're not tweaking it and then printing a Benchie, you're not knowing what to look for. And even me, I've been at this a while. I shouldn't say at a while, but I've been in it obsessively to understand the results I'm getting on my Benchie. And you know, even if you know kind of what to look for, it looked like an extrusion issue. The extruder's working fine. Wasn't, you know, I was pushing the filament through, there was still tension, both gears are moving. However, I didn't take into account that gear is slipping. It was always moving anytime I looked at it, but not every time I was using it, just when I was looking at it. Sure enough, that's where the problem was. Anyhow, I hope this little bit of experience helps you guys out, because like I said, I wasted a lot of time on this one, and I do have, like I said, some experience in identifying the issues. I was looking at the filament itself though, not the extrusion, because every time I ran the calibration, 100 mil set was pumping out 100 mil. So, something to learn on. Anyhow, know your equipment, print your Benchies, love your Benchies. Guys, I love Benchies. I do. I love calibration cubes. I love printing thin walls. I need to know what my equipment's doing. Look at that. I do Benchies. Okay. A calibration. These all-in-ones, you know. They're not for bragging rights, guys. They're not so that you can say, wow, look how well this is tuned in. This is amazing. Look at my gear, look at it. No, this is so you know that your equipment is running 100%. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.